Hey y'all, this is Software Focus, and today we're going back to basics with Camtasia. You don't want to miss this. Today's episode will be focused on the voice narration tool available within the Camtasia editor. To get to the voice narration tool, you go to the menu options on the left side and choose voice narration. And a new control pane will appear. At the very top it'll say voice narration. You then have a drop down for your microphone selection. You have a button here to turn on auto leveling. You have a indication of the microphone pickup that Camtasia is recognizing. You have a manual slider for pickup volume. You have a checkbox to mute the timeline during recording. And you have a text box here where you can put a script in if you want. At the bottom you have the red Start Voice Recording button, and that will of course start the recording. So to begin with, this drop down will display any and all microphones or system devices that Camtasia recognizes as a microphone here. You'll want to make sure you select the right one. In my case, it's this Logitech USB headset. Auto leveling is a convenience, but if you find that your recordings are often very quiet, you can disable it. Currently it's disabled. Turning it on turns it green, and that'll enable it. You can also manually set the pickup. And as I mentioned, this green bar, bouncing green bar here, indicates the volume pickup. Down here it of course is green, and that's okay. Up here it'll change red, and that means you're being too loud for the mic to properly pick up the audio, and it is clipping the top of the audio off, so your resulting audio will sound very bad. This mute timeline during recording is fairly important. If you have audio, video currently on your timeline, and this is unchecked, you will hear the audio from your timeline while you are trying to record. And it may, depending on your audio settings, may pick up that audio in your mic, which can lead to some weirdness there. So my recommendation is leave that checked unless there's some particular reason why you want that unchecked. I don't rely too much on the script text here, but it is there for whatever use you might need it for. So once we have our settings correct, we hit the Start Voice Recording, and Camtasia begins doing the recording. There's no countdown, it just starts. We get a gray cancel button, we get a countdown timer, and we get a green stop. Canceling will stop the recording and nothing will be saved. Hitting the green stop button will result in a save as dialog box, as Camtasia is creating a separate audio file for this voice narration. You'll notice the playhead is moving down the timeline, indicating that that is the area where the voice narration is going to go. And so if we hit stop, a save narration as box will appear. By default, Camtasia will give it the name narration1.m4a, and we'll put it into the Documents Camtasia Voice Narrations folder. You can change this just like you would with saving any other file, and I would recommend changing that save location so you know where the file is. I have a previous video, I'll put a card up in the corner, that discusses suggestions on how to organize your files. Camtasia can only save the audio files, the voice narration files, in M4A, and there are no other options to that. So once we have our name, our location set, we hit save. Camtasia then pulls the narration file into the timeline on the first available track. In this case I had nothing on my timeline, so it put it on track 1. And if we go to the media bin, a new file is there for the narration. And if I was to play this back, it would play the audio I just played. And from there you can do your editing as usual. You have some settings over here to adjust gain and mix to mono. as well as your other audio settings of the green bar to adjust volume. And that about covers it for the voice narration tool. As you can see, it's back up ready for you to start recording again. But this has been Software Focus. If you like this video, hit that like button or click subscribe to join the channel for future videos. If you have any feedback or ideas for future videos, please leave a comment down below. Keep focusing.